Good morning, everyone. This is State Climatologist Gary McManus with your Mesonet weather report. Well, the name of the game is rain and drought removal. So we are filming this a little earlier in the week. We probably got some good rain since I filmed this, but I'm going to talk about the moisture we received for the drought monitor process. So let's get right to the new drought monitor map and see where we are. Well, we have shrunk the severe drought. That darker color is now just up there in far northwest Oklahoma, mainly over Ellis and western Harper County. We have a little bit in Woodward County, a little bit in Beaver County, a little bit in Roger Mills, but by and large, the worst of the drought has shrunk, and we just have about the northwestern third or so of the state now in either moderate drought, that light tan color, or the yellow, which is abnormally dry conditions, which is not drought. It signals areas going out of drought in this case. So a good report on the drought monitor. Hopefully we'll get some more good news next week. And here you can see where the map changed from last week. Those greens are areas where we had a 1-class improvement. It's very hard to get a 2-class improvement on the drought monitor simply from their own rules. The gray is where it didn't change. That's where we need that additional rainfall. Hopefully we've gotten that to help change that map for next week. So this is the rainfall, a 7-day rainfall from Tuesday to Tuesday, covering the drought monitor period that I can use to make changes on the drought monitor map. And here we see really good rains across the eastern parts of the state, all the way up through northwest Oklahoma. Still looking for that good rain in the panhandle. Hopefully they've gotten that after we filmed here. Let's put that in context. Let's go out to 30 days on the Mesonet. Here across the southeastern half or so of the state, you see some really good rainfall amounts from 6 to, in some cases, more than 10 inches. It shrinks, of course, as we go to the northwest. Southwest Oklahoma is still well below normal, unfortunately, at least for those folks, and also up in the Panhandle and parts of far northwest Oklahoma. Still need some good rains up there. Now, as we look to next week, it does look like it's going to be warm. This outlook from the Climate Prediction Center does show increased odds of above normal temperatures for next week, especially across the far eastern parts of the state, but really the entire state looking for warm weather as we go through next week. The best picture, of course, is the rainfall. Here we see greatly increased odds of above normal precipitation for nearly the entire state, but especially from the northern parts down into central Oklahoma, across the center part of the state. There we see those best odds for above normal precipitation through that time frame. Finally, let's take a look at the Climate Prediction Center drought outlook. This goes through July, so we're talking through basically the first 2 months of summer and the first month of spring. We do see the drought is expected to persist through that period, through at least where it exists now. However, I do think we will get a jump on this over the next couple of weeks, maybe wipe some of this out where it doesn't persist through that time frame. Spring's really coming and saving us. I know there's been a lot of bad stuff that goes with it, but we do need that rainfall. We do need those springtime thunderstorms. So let it rain and let's get some improvements on that next drought monitor map. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.